Right. Kingdom Protista. See, the general characteristics of the Protista we have to discussing now. See, all single-celled eukaryotes, are placed under Protista. Here, already we have to discuss about the eukaryotes. What is the eukaryote? Which means the presence of the nucleus. The presence of the nucleus, which is in the eukaryotic organisms, and nucleus and nuclear membrane and the membrane bound cell organelles are also present in the eukaryotic organisms. Yes, here these protists are single-celled eukaryotes. These are single-celled eukaryotes. Here, being a eukaryote, the protista cells contain a well-defined nucleus. See, a well-defined nucleus and other membrane-bound organelles. See, already yesterday we discussed this is the membrane-bound organelles, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, mitochondria, lysosomes, etc. These are all membrane-bound organelles which are present in the protista. Yes. Say the next one, somehow the flagella and cilia. Some protistans have flagella and cilia. See, the function of the flagella and cilia, these are moving from one place to the other place. These are the usage of the flagella. See, the next one, the protists reproduce asexually by the fission. Here, these protists reproduce asexually. The asexual reproduction by the fission. Fission, which means the single organism which will undergoes divisions and shows the two, which means one organism which is divided into two organisms. One organism which is one cell which is divided into two cells. That is called the fission. Or by the formation of spores or formation of the spores. And sexual reproduction, which is a process involving the cell fusion or zygote formation. Here the sexual reproduction is cell fusion and zygote formation. Yes, asexual reproduction by the fission or formation of spores, and the sexual reproduction is cell fusion and zygote formation. Or you remember it is asexual reproduction by the fission or formation of spores, and sexual reproduction by cell fusion and zygote formation. And coming to the next point, it includes the chrysophytes, dinoflagellates, euglenids, slim moles and protozoans, and comes under Protista kingdom. See, these are the general common characteristics of the Protista. Now we have to discuss about the chrysophytes. These comes under the kingdom Protista. This group includes diatoms. And golden algae. These are desmids. Desmids are also called as golden algae. Why we are calling the golden algae? Which means it is appears like gold color because of the pigment. That is the fucoxanthin is the pigment which is present in the golden algae. It is look like the golden color, and some oil droplets are also present in the golden algae that shows in golden color. That's why it is look like the golden color. That's why we are calling the golden algae. Yes, because of the fucoxanthin pigment is present in the golden algae. That's why we are calling the golden algae. Yes, coming to second point, they are found in the fresh water as well as in marine water also. These chrysophytes. And in diatoms, the cell walls, two thin overlapping cells. One is epitheca and another one is the hypotheca. Yes, epitheca or hypotheca. Here, say this is the epitheca, the upper shell it is called epitheca. Here it is epitheca, and the lower shell is called hypotheca. These look like a soap box. See, this is the two thin overlapping shells. These two shells are epitheca or hypotheca. epitheca or hypotheca, which fit together as in a soap box. Here, see, this is like a soap box, and the cell walls are embedded with silica. Yes, it is important. These cell walls are embedded with silica, and that's why the cell wall is indestructible. That's why the cell wall is indestructible. The large amount of these silica shells are accumulated in their habitat. These accumulation of these one called as Kieselguhr or diatomaceous earth. Here, say this is diatomaceous earth or Kieselguhr. The accumulation of over billions of years, these shell is called as a diatomaceous earth or Kieselguhr. The soil is used in this diatomaceous earth, which is used in the polishing and filtration of oils and syrups. See, the next one, these the diatoms are chief producer in the ocean. These diatoms are chief producer in ocean because of it is the first step to produce in the food chain of marine ecosystem. It is the first step in the food chain in the oceans. Yes, and diatoms are divided into two types. So based on their structural symmetry. What are the two types? One is central diatoms and pennal diatoms based on structural symmetry. Here the central diatom shows radial symmetry and pennal diatom shows bilateral symmetry. See the radial, what is meant by symmetry? But symmetry, it is nothing but a plane which is divided into two equal halves. A plane is divided the body into two equal halves. That is called the symmetry. Here, the central diatom, it shows radial symmetry. What is meant by radial symmetry? Any plane passing through the central axis of the organism, which is divided into two equal halves of the organism. That is called the radial symmetry. Coming to the pennal shows the bilateral symmetry. Here it is only one plane. Which is divided into two equal halves of the organism. That is identical left and identical right. See, this is an example. The starfish is there. See, this is the starfish is there. Yes, here the any plane passing through the central axis of the organism, which is divided into two equal halves. Any plane passing through the central axis of the organism, which is divided into two equal halves, that is called radial symmetry. And coming to the bilateral symmetry, here it is an example. Echinodermata, Ctenophora, and Coelenterata. These are the examples of the radial symmetry. Coming to the bilateral symmetry, here it is the only one plane which is divided into identical left and identical right. Here it is the only one plane. Here it is example Annelida arthropoda. See, the organism is there. Here it is the only one plane. Which is divided into one identical left and one identical right. It is divided into only two equal halves. Here it is any plane, but here it is only one plane. That is, here it is only one plane which is divided the organism into two, identical left and identical right. Here it is example is Annelida and arthropoda. Example Annelida and arthropoda. Yes. Say this is they reproduce asexually by the binary fission and sexually by the formation of gametes. Here they produce asexually by the binary fission. Here a single cell, here diatoms, these diatoms are undergoes the division, which shows the one single cell which is gives rise to two cells. That is called the binary fission. One cell which is divided into two cells. See, this is a one cell which is gives rise to two cells. One cell which is forms of two cells. That is called the binary fission. And the sexually the formation of the gametes, sexually by the formation of the gametes, here with the male gamete and female gamete, and they are converted together and form the zygote. And then after, here see, this is the oxospores. These the oxospores are formed as a result of the sexual reproduction. These oxospores are the rejuvenatory spores. Rejuvenatory spores. See, the oxospores are rejuvenatory spores. This is the sexual reproduction of the diatoms. See, this is the important one. The diatoms are divided into two types based on the structural symmetry. One is a central diatom and another one is a penile. Another one is penile diatoms. This shows radial symmetry and penile shows bilateral symmetry. That are example like that are the only examples given here for the understood of that symmetry. And say,
Okay.
yes, these are the characteristics of the chrysophytes. Once again, we have to recall this. This group includes the diatoms and golden algae, and these are found in freshwater as well as in marine water. And these diatoms are cell walls. Cell walls form the two thin layer. One is overlapping. The one is that is the epitheca and the hypotheca. Both are like in together as in soap box. And these are having the shell, that is silica. Shell is made up of the silica, and this silica is a hard substance. So that's why it is cannot indestructible. That's why it is, over the billions of years, these are accumulated in their habitat. That is called the Kessil gar. That is called the Kessil gar, which is used in the filtration of the oils. Filtration of the oils, and it's also used in the polishing industry. Okay, and then after, these diatoms are chief producing in oceans because of it is a first product, because of it is the first product which is entering into the food chain of the ocean ecosystem. Here the diatoms are divided into two types. Already we have discussed. That is a central and a penile based on the structural symmetry. And the asexual reproduction is undergoes the binary fission, and a sexual reproduction is by the formation of the oxospores. These are the rejuvenatory spores. Thank you.